seem to be up and running. Okay, so yeah, I've fallen asleep last night playing this. I had to quit, but I'm going to try and get through the last of the BC map. Um, Maybe get a start on whatever's next. I've got the graphics all cranked all through the last one, and the card worked fantastic. Wasn't overheating, running at 100%, 90 to 100. So I'm happy with that. She's pretty good. She's somebody, one of the forums I'm on, and she started putting out her own music, and it's I like it. So I've been adding her into this. If you like what you hear, go check her out. Her link's in the description. And added 2 other songs. I'm not 100% sure, because I stream for the hell of it and I don't care about being monetized and whatnot. I know Twitch used to, if I played copyrighted music, right, it would, in the stream, in the video after the stream, right, that you could watch after the fact, it would mute all those areas. So it'd just be silence. It was kind of annoying. I don't know if YouTube and Rumble do that too, so I haven't played around with that yet, like maybe adding some AC/DC or there's all kinds of shit. But if they don't, and like I said, I don't care about being monetized. I don't care. I'm just doing this for the fun of it. So I'll play whatever tunes I want to play. But if they're going to start muting stuff, that's no fun to watch after the fact. But I'm not going to play with that this time around, and we'll just let it go. Fuck, I'm all congested. Just went outside there. Don't think I have allergies, but you never know. Alright, so let's get this frickin' thing started. I'm just checking the sites. Come on, there it goes. I'm just checking. Okay, that's good. Pop that out and check the other one. Okay, stream is up. Sites. Pull that out. That's all good. That's all good. And that's all good. All right. Let's start some tunes. Hopefully it's not too low. What the fuck is OBS? There it is. It's a little on the low side, but it gets a little louder later, I'm pretty sure. Music seemed a bit loud. Well, let's pump it up just a bit. Okay. Oops, where are we? Give me the truck list. So it's going for trailers. First, there's 2 here. What's this guy got on his back? Gonna need no, he's not gonna work. I could tow this one back with him, but if I have to bring someone out here anyway, I can just grab him and then tow this one as well. So this guy I think I'm gonna send back because there's no other trailers out here. So again, yeah, I'm just going around the map, cleaning up, bringing my trucks back, putting them in storage so I can bring them up on the next map, and grabbing all of the trailers and bringing those back. Okay, yeah, let's do him. See where we gotta go here. Right, down here. And then I need to end up over here. No, I know where I'm going at that point, so it doesn't matter. Off we go. And if you're curious, this tune is called Hell March. It's from not Call of Duty, it's Call of Duty. Command and Conquer. Used to love that game. I actually started playing the original again, just working my way through. I was going to go through all of them, but I mean, oh yeah, yoy. I got stuck on this one mission where you have to send out these little engineer guys to blow up some stuff, and it's frustrating. You gotta go through this maze, and these guys are always wandering through. I think they spawn in randomly, and you only have a set number of guys. You can't produce more. It's one of those missions. You start with what you got. And I gotta make it all the way in, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I just kind of got frustrated with that one, so I kind of left off there. It's Command & Conquer Enhanced. I think it was on Steam. I got it. Come on, dude. Even with these little slowdowns going through this boggy bit, this is still quicker than going the longer way around. Although, this must be an extended version. Yep, we can get through these trees up here. I think we can go faster too. Maybe not. Come on, dude, let's go. It's one of these Azov makes. All have a similar gear change sound. Kind of a every time it switches gears. Sounds terrible inside too. Alright, I think we're on our way here. I think. Let's go, dude. Let's put her in high gear. There we go. And I'd go into cockpit view, but I don't think I'd want to put you guys through that with this road in particular. If you're on a nice flat road, it's okay. It's reasonable, but when you're bouncing around like this, it's not fun at all. It's barf inducing. The video's seeming a little laggy today. seeing it a little bit last night, but maybe until the textures all load in. I think this card's got 12 gigs of RAM. Pretty sure it was 12. Here we go. What's it look like? I think we need more switches. More switches and dials. Ah. It's much more fun out here. And then there's this little pit, and then there's another one just past this, but because we're kind of going downhill, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although he will do a face plant here into the dirt, so I gotta slow down a bit. I don't know if it matters a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, there you go. I was practically to stop and hit that, and it still did damage. I've got a zillion repair supplies. I could fix that right now, but I mean, we're just about at the end here, so who cares? It's not gonna affect anything at all. Should get out wide. It's going to be a tight turn here at some point. Right here. Alright. One more trailer back to the pen. Let's see. Okay, he's done. Who's next? Sideboard semi-trailer. Okay, that's that one. Alright, he's next. Same thing. We're gonna head out. Because coming across here is still way better than going down this road. Although I'm still sort of tempted to do it. No, it'll take fucking all day to get through there. I'm not doing that. Go there, we have to get over to this bit here, and yeah, then again, through here, and down this way. Let's fuel up. This one's going to be a little different because he turns the whole front of the vehicle. You gotta really watch out for this debris. That shit will hurt you big time running over it. Unless you're going really slow, but even then sometimes I don't trust it. We're still not going at top speed here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Canada is about to bring in a law to to prevent kids, I don't know if it's under 16 or 16 and under, from using social media. Now, some of you might think, well, that's not a bad thing, although I think a lot of people probably do, but the issue here is, how do you know who's under 16? Right? So this isn't about protecting kids. This is totally about control and monitoring. So we all need to give our information, right, to access the internet is what this is going to come down to. They're doing this, I think, in California too. So then they can track everything you're doing when you're online, like all of that. It's all about tracking and control. They're just packaging it in this "we're going to protect kids" bullshit. So yeah, to get online, you'll need to give all your information so they know that you're not, a kid, and then they'll still track you. And they're going to force all these companies to do this. They'll probably make VPNs illegal to use, like China does. I mean, we can still use them, but they're gonna, I don't know, they might go after the ISPs to, disable our internet connection or something if they can't see what you're doing or some fucking bullshit. It's just, it's like being in the Soviet Union. Totally unbelievable. No freedom at all. And I just saw recently here they want to bring in another tax just on Alberta. So if we happen to have if oil goes up in price, right, and then the oil companies here make more money because of it, well, now they have to pay a lot more taxes. And I mean, you already are, right? Because taxes, when you're making more money, you pay more money. But no, this is on top of that. So this one MP, he was saying, okay, so if you want to bring this in, obviously it only affects Alberta, nowhere else. Why wouldn't you do this windfall tax, they're calling it, on all businesses? And whoever the dude is just wants to bring this in, had a bunch of flowery bullshit crap that means nothing to say about that. And then the guy who was asking the questions was kind of like, okay, so then if you want to bring in the windfall tax, so if there's good times they get this extra cash, shouldn't we do the same for if times are bad? Let's say oil prices drop through the floor and all these industries in there these same industries are having a hell of a time. Should we subsidize them and stuff? And I hate subsidies, by the way, but it was a valid question, right? If you're going to take from them when things are good, maybe you should give back when things are bad. And he didn't want to do that. So, and people wonder why we want to leave Canada. It's just theft, and it's just, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm getting on the bad thing again here, but yeah, Canada is just everywhere, just corrupt. Parasites all over the place trying to mooch off of everybody else. And I'm sick of it, but yeah, sorry, I'll get off that. So yeah, this guy is pretty good at getting through. Again, like all mud and stuff, I don't think he has too much of a problem. He's one of the guys that can get through most things. Again, he's not great on ice, so it's super slippery, or like rocks, and I think pavement he's decent. And because he turns in the middle, it's kind of a benefit and a hindrance, depending. It takes a bit of getting used to sometimes to drive this thing. It's not the same as the other trucks. He also doesn't have snorkels attachments, so you can't. He's not great in deep water. He'll take engine damage. Although because he's kind of big, I think the air intake is that thing on the right there you see up front. But if the water gets up near that, you're toast. And there's that. This whole giant snoot of this thing is hanging out there up front big time like a giant boat, and he hits everything with that, so engine damage all around. Let's see if we can do it here too. I don't think it's enough to affect things yet, maybe, but Because eventually you lose engine power, like you're not going as fast. Ooh, that's close. Those railings can really destroy tires like quick. Usually you bump into it like that and it's like BAM! Your tire is gone. Like fuck. We got lucky there. Although I have a ton of repair supplies, so it wouldn't have mattered, but yeah, one of the downsides of this guy is he doesn't turn very good if he's standing still. So like when you get stuck in a position in some trees or something, it can be a little irritating to try and get out sometimes because he doesn't turn very well. If he's moving, he turns a lot better. Alright, let's see what we got here. Probably just the, yeah. Oh no, that's the trailer hitch. Oh, that's interesting. Heavy trailer hitch. We'll leave that on. We'll take off the saddle though. Shrink that. Alright, what do we got here? Oops. Fuck off. Alright. Bum bum bum. Loaded with parts. Same thing. Same area. Oh no, a little different. Okay, with this one we want to go, actually we'll just start, stop doing that, okay, start it there. We want to get over there, same thing. I know where I'm going when I get there, so fuck, we don't need that. Can I turn? I don't think I have enough room to turn around here, so... Ooh, we need to refuel though. Oh, he doesn't have a lot, crap. Should be enough fuel to get me out of here though. Those wood piles can fuck you up big time too. Oops. Let's go this way. Oh, there's the Avonhorn. Alright. Oh, he's got a high... Alright, cool. So we'll use him to grab that, that other trailer that needs that. Just up the road a bit here. Come on, dude. I wonder if the road... Sometimes the roads are worse than going over land, and sometimes it's the other way around. It's kind of a hit or miss. So we could try going on the road this time. Eh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going... This guy's usually really good in the mud. He's... Well, we'll see. I guess the trailer's a little big for him. Not terrible, but... If I didn't have the trailer attached, we'd be just zipping through here. And that would explain why he's already used up a fair amount of the fuel in this thing, in the reserve. Yes, we're gonna go through there. Can we go faster? Yes. I don't see an easy way through that patch of trees, so we're gonna follow the road around here. One of these trees. Okay. A friend of mine who plays this mods it, and he said there's one mod where you can, make the horsepower of, I don't know, whatever vehicle it was, like super insane, like it was like 1,000 or 10,000 horsepower. But he said it's kind of fun. Even his kids play it, and he said the tires just spin, just like it's insane. There's shit flying everywhere. Of course, you don't go anywhere, but I should be able to go a little faster here. Okay. Because yeah, if you're spinning, you're not getting grip. You're just spinning. Like this is kind of bad. Sometimes going a little slower gets you actually faster, moving forward faster. Sometimes have to teach people. Like I live in a cul-de-sac here in town, and if there's a lot of snow in winter, sometimes you get people coming in and they get stuck. It's funny too. It's usually, well, it doesn't matter. They'll sit there spinning their tires, and it's like, watching out the window. It's just, so I have to go out and show them, okay, don't spin. Just give it a little bit of gas. You move forward as far as you can, and then you move back. You go in reverse, right? Kind of do yourself like a runway, sort of, I guess you could call it. You need momentum to get going forward, and if you're just sitting there spinning, you're not doing anything but making ice and digging down a bit, making it worse. So yeah, you have to kind of go slow, and you just kind of go forward and backward until you get enough momentum to get over out of that little rut that you made, and then you can give it a little more. Again, you don't want it to start spinning. It's kind of a finesse it through there. Let's see if we can go up to higher speed here. Nope. Wow, this guy's eating through his fuel. Fuck. This guy's really good for some missions, but I think this trailer is just a bit too much for him. Although the fact that he doesn't have supplies on board, this trailer's kind of nice because it has extra fuel and repair supplies. There is the smaller trailer though. It's 3 instead of 6 long, so there's that. But there's not many missions where you just need 3 items, or an odd number. Maybe 1 or something, but so that 3-length trailer doesn't get a lot of use. Okay, let's see if we can get some speed going here. We're getting close to the end. I think I can make it. Hopefully we don't get hung up over here somewhere. Oh. Okay, good there. Let's see if he can take some engine damage. Nope. But we're definitely good. There's no way we can't make it now. Well, it would be extremely difficult to not make it at this point. Oh, smash. Only 3 damage. That's not bad. Come on. Fuel's running out. Ha. Alright, who's next? We could do the Avonhorn. Then we'll take him up here and we'll grab this and head back. That's a fuel tanker too. Excellent. So I can fuel up when I'm there. Yeah, he's at 50%, so... which side of the... I think I'm... yeah. So here, and back. And do the same thing, head across the swamp, blah blah blah. And this guy is pretty much easy mode. He's also fairly impressive looking. Feels like driving a building. Shit, I guess we'll follow the road here. Oh yeah, that's where we need to go. Yeah, full-time all-wheel drive and lock differential, so that's good. He's relatively good on fuel, and he has a huge reserve of fuel on board. No repair parts, though. His beacon lights are kind of cool, too. Turn those on up here. Turn. Turn radius doesn't seem super bad either. It's funny, you always see that guy if you watch the driver. And he like he's always bouncing around in there. It just does not look like fun. This one's not that bad. Yeah, that cat that we were driving earlier. Yeah, you're in that little center cabin and he's always bouncing and like jiggling around. It's like, holy Christ. Does not look like fun. Okay. Now let's hope this is the right saddle for this. I think it is. Can't really super tell. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's not going to give me the option. Nope. I need a low, and I think this is a high. I wonder. Yeah, I wonder if this will work. I attached the front winch to the front of the tank. Let's see how well this works. Yeah, it's going to be a problem, I think. But it sort of works. I'm going to end up dragging this fucking thing. Oh, let's grab some fuel while we're here. Alright. This is kind of fucked up, but kind of works. I won't be able to sell it when I get back. I'll have to actually hitch it up to do that, but that's okay. Come on, dude, let's just go. whoop. Turn, turn, turn. Let's try backing up. Oh, backing up works okay with them attached this way. That's interesting. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna do it. Come on, keep turning. Alright, we're good. Although that's gonna be a problem going through tight trees and stuff. If he gets caught up on something. What the hell is he stuck on? There's nothing... Oh, it could be the, could be his legs being down at the front. Could be caught on something. Roots or something under there that I can't see. Maybe it was his rear. Just debating, do I want to do this, or can I... should I bring something else? Okay, off we go again. These roots here, I wonder if that's going to be a problem. He's kind of propped up on the back of this thing, so hopefully he's high enough that those don't get caught. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to do this. Damn, it smells awesome outside. Every time a breeze blows in, it's like, it's just fucking awesome smelling. I've had a fair amount of rain in the last week or so. 2 weeks, I think. We had 1 week of just non-stop rain. This week it's been kind of on and off, which is a little bit better. You get some sun, and then you get some rain, and you get some sun. It's certainly keeping things green, that's for sure. It certainly smells green. That smell makes me want to move back to the country so much. Just keep it in low gear here. Let's see if he's gonna get caught up on any of these rocks. I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, just bouncing off that those the trailer's front legs are bouncing off those rocks a little bit, but high enough that I didn't get stuck. This might be fun up here, though. We'll see how this goes. Should okay. Okay, let's go a little faster. Nothing like pulling a giant tank full of, well, not explodable, but, well, yeah, somewhat fuel along like this. We actually had, when I was a kid, Highway 16 east out here, town. It was just 2 lanes. It was a 2-lane highway. No meridian between them, so it's like a city street, right? But there was a tanker like this, a truck going along. We had a big tank of fuel in the back, and there was a big hill there. He was coming down just almost at our road on the highway there. And some guy in a half-ton or something going the other way fell asleep, crossed over, and they had a head-on. And his truck caught fire. The semi with the fuel tank and stuff must have burst, and I don't know what he was carrying though, because I remember they said it exploded. All I ever saw of it was this giant patch on the highway burn. Like this was when I was fairly young, 6, around there somewhere. But yeah, I guess they found the trucker out in a field nearby with his skin sagging off. He was burned. That was pretty horrific. I feel sorry for that guy. It wasn't his fault. I mean, just somebody fell asleep and crossed over and hit him. Yeah. That highway is 4 lanes now with big meridian down the middle. Okay, so we're done. I won't be able to sell him. I need to connect up. And I'm pretty sure this guy does not have a low saddle. So I'll have to grab one of the other vehicles to do it, but let's see. Yeah, he's got saddle high. There's nothing else. There's no saddle low. Okay, so who do we got? Who have we got? Who's down here? Who's next? This guy. Settle low. There we go. Whoop. What was it? There was another time I was driving in the industrial section of town, and some guy, same thing, he had a fuel truck. He was making a turn onto the main road, and obviously he went too fast and he flipped the thing, and it was leaking fuel across the road. Because I remember I'd drive through it. Like, it must have just happened, right? And people are still going around driving through, and I did too, and I was like, you're driving through this, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, just don't light on fire, don't light on fire while I'm driving through. I don't think that one caught on fire either. But you don't know what he was towing either. I mean, if it was diesel or something, there's no worries of it catching on fire. But if it's gasoline, yeah, the fumes and stuff, somebody drops a spark or whatever, bang. Let's see, this one here. Is there a truck attached to this? Yes, there is. I'm still gonna have to send somebody up here to get this stuff eventually, but yeah. Yeah, we know where we're going there, so. He's got tons of fuel, we should be good. This one should be relatively quick. I hope. Got this little wood bridge, but on either side it's really sticky. Come on, let's go. What is happening here? Why am I tipping? Why am I running over? Oh, there's a rock right there. That's what it was. Okay, now we should be... should be able to kick it in a little bit of higher gear. Come on. Well, this guy's having a lot of troubles. Nothing, really. It's funny, because I seem to remember this guy wasn't that bad. Let's go. Okay, I think we're going to be okay here. Jesus, just going up this hill, he's having a hard time. It's mostly grip. You can't get a good grip, so. But these tires should be a little better on this than the normal mud tires. It's usually the way. I think with him I'm just gonna pay the $7.50 toll and take the ferry. He seems to be having a lot of issues with mud and stuff. It's gonna take a while to get through. Through the water over here to the left, so we'll just take the little ferry across. Alrighty. Alright, that was him. What else we got here? Loaded with parts. Oh, another one of these guys. This guy's interesting. He doesn't look like much, but he tends to get through stuff pretty easy. So again, we're going to head down here. I'm tempted to take him along here just as something different to do. fuck it, you know what, let's do it. Let's see if it's as bad as I recall. Hopefully it's not. Let's fill up. Really? Oh, I've got the transmission that gives you the variable low speed there too. That's kind of neat. Actually, with this thing that helps a lot because I can go fairly fast. So I can go over here because you have to be in low gear to use the unlock or lock the differential. So this lets me go decently quick with the differential locked. I should have went through there. Oh well. As in through up on the grassy bits. So far this seems okay. Alright. Driving over that old bridge was fun when you have a load or something because you're at an angle and the deck is kind of slippery and that was fun. I can sense we're going to need some lock differential here. It's got interesting wheels too. The front ones are narrower than the rears. Most vehicles like this have the same size tires front and back, but if they have wider in the back, it's duals. Well, this one's, yeah, it's single tires, but just wider. Yeah, he's got good pulling power. I was just looking at it, I'm thinking about his engine and stuff, and where is it? It's kind of probably on the small side. And then I got thinking about those brakes I gotta do today. So I'm gonna do my rear brakes on my car. I'm replacing everything, the calipers, the carriers, the pads, the rotors. I bought the caliper and carriers as a kit, and they come powder coated red, which is nice. So yeah, I can do my rears because I got those as a kit, both sides. My front ones, I had to find the carriers separate, and I couldn't find the calipers or carriers pre-painted. And in this climate, with what we do and how corrosive everything is, I want to protect them as much as possible, and powder coating is usually the best way to do that. So I've got the, yeah, I think I was talking about this at the beginning. I got the carriers into a shop. They're going to do them up. She said 7 to 10 days, but because it's a small job, it'll probably be done a lot sooner than that. And yeah, I bought this G2 two-stage enamel stuff. It's supposed to be better than ceramic. Almost as good as powder coating. Should last a good long time. I bought some of that, also red, and I'll be I'm waiting on that to come in. So the fronts I can't do right away, but the rears I can, and that's fine because my passenger rear was kind of stuck on after the brake lines were done a couple months back here in winter, and for whatever reason the pad on the passenger right rear was stuck on. So for months I'm driving around with that one brake on. It's a diesel, so it has lots of torque and lots of pull. I didn't even notice. It didn't even really affect the fuel economy that much. Weird. But yeah, I noticed something wasn't quite right, and when I was switching the tires out, the winters for the summers, I noticed yeah, that rotor was a bit warped. The pad was jammed in there. It's because the pad was in, it has a metal coating, or not coating, but a metal container around the pads, I guess. And it got all corroded to fuck, and it's basically jammed up in the carrier, or the caliper, sorry. Yeah, so I had to bang that out with a hammer, and I got it all, I cleaned it up and greased it up and stuff, and it seems to be working a lot better, but I notice when I'm braking now there's kind of a warbling feeling, and I'm sure it's that wheel, because that rotor's still not 100%, so I have the stuff. I'm going to do the rears maybe today. It's going to be a bit of work. Gotta watch the brake fluid. That stuff's corrosive as fuck. That's super corrosive. You don't want to get that on anything, including yourself. If you do get it on any metal, you gotta clean it up quick. I got enough issues with corrosion. I don't need brake fluid making things worse. So yeah, I'll get those all changed out, and that'll be good. Then I'll do the fronts when I get all that stuff back and done and painted. Oh, and I have to do my transmission. I have a stage 2 endurance clutch in there now, and it's starting to go. It's been 13, 14 years since I replaced it. So I bought a stage 3 this time. And I'm a little, I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to bring it into a shop. I found another place in town, has good rep. We'll see if this one is actually good. The dealer is always good so far. Usually good, the one I go to. But they're expensive. So I'm thinking I might try this other place. That... I can do it myself, but it's gonna take some effort. It's not like the parts are heavy. And I don't have a lot of room under the car. I can get it up so far, and oh, that reminds me too. I gotta get my pinch welds redone. I have something called a quick jack, which raises the car up. I'm gonna get something that an attachment for that, or an adapter that helps raise it up a few inches higher than it does now, which will help give me some extra room under there. But it pushes up on the pinch welds. That's where you normally put your jack when you're out and you get a flat tire. There's these reinforced areas, but mine, I use them all the time for everything, racing the car. And a lot of extra wear there, so lots of room to get corroded, and of course they are, so I gotta get that. That seemed loud. I gotta get the pinch welds redone, so I gotta look for a company that'll do that. Gotta get some new stuff welded in there. Other than that, everything's great under there. Surprisingly. But then again, I use my air compressor, and I bought a system so I can spray this oil that you can get. Oops. Spray this oil under there that helps prevent rust. Protects everything. Okay. Okay, that guy's by himself. That one's by himself. What is this? Could bring him down and grab that. Let's do that. Down here. Getting through there might be fun. We'll see. Grab him. Then we'll see what we want to do. If I want to take the ferry or not. Ferry be quicker, but... This guy sounds all beefy and stuff, but yeah. Let's see how well we do down here. I think I remember this. I think if I go too far to the left there's a big drop. I gotta stay up on the rocks. Let's get him over onto the... Oh, okay, he's not doing too bad. Damn it. Wait a minute, I got repair parts. Okay, let's see if we can get some speed going here. Here I go! Yeah, that military Jeep, we used to have a military Jeep, drove that thing everywhere. It had holes in the floor, right? I'm not talking rust or anything. These are like holes for mounting stuff, like I think there was a 50 cal. Oh, this is not what I was thinking. I saw that little thing and I thought it was dumb. So I'm not going to be able to hook up to this, but we're going to do something similar to what I did with the Avonhorn. Let's see how she does. But yeah, that Jeep, so when you drove over like mud puddles and stuff, it would squirt up through these holes in the floor. I don't know if there was more on the left side or... you know what? Let's go through the ferry. Hopefully this thing doesn't push me out into the water. I don't know how deep it is out there. Let's see here. Stop. Let's edge it down here. It's like it's trying to hump this thing. Now it should bring what I'm towing along with. Yep. This looks weird. Alright, so now we need a truck to attach that to, and whoops. In here. Let's use one of these. We'll use him. Yeah, I'm hoping this year to get some extra fruit off of, we have a ton of fruit trees, but these fucking insects are constantly, and every year it gets worse, fucking insects destroying all the fruit. So we'll see. This year I've done a few extra things, we'll see if it helps. But, like like I've got a big ass Saskatoon. I'll get 2 Saskatoons. One makes little pea-sized things that actually taste like peas. They're not great. He's more of an ornamental type tree. Or bush, I suppose. And then there's the... I got the big Martin Saskatoon. He's gonna be a fucking monster once he gets big. And he makes really big fucking Saskatoons. They're like cherry-sized things. And I only got like 1 or 2 off them last year. We just planted them like 2 years ago, but I have the same problem. All these fucking bugs getting into that. But I have these little nylon bags you can tie up fruit with on the tree, protect it, and so I've got a bunch of the clusters all tied up in these things. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping, because they are really good. They are really, really, really good. And then I've got 2 different types of hascaps. It's actually a honeysuckle, type of honeysuckle. It's really good. They're supposed to be extremely good for you too, health-wise. But the Japanese like them. They think it keeps them young or something. I don't know. There's hascap everything in Japan. And they're really good. Some extra juice here. Let's go. Does this guy have 4-wheel steering? Yes, he does. Does he have a variable height? No. We'll turn on the beacon, so what the hell. 1 beacon. This guy looks like a train. Not as good as a train, though. But he looks like a train. Actually, he's doing not too bad here. But yeah, this year I'm hoping get a bunch of Saskatoons because I haven't really had many of those. I've got 2 cherry trees. Used to have 3. One of them died. The oldest one, he's gone. I replaced him with an apple that has 5 different types of apple on it. Only got like 2 or 3 apples off that last year. Because, again, bugs. But this year, again, I'm hoping things will be a little different. I've done a number of things. Planted some plants around that they're supposed to confuse bugs that home in on the scent of the fruit they're after. So things like garlic, chives, there's lemon balm and salvia. Planted a bunch of that around these trees. We'll see if it helps. And then again, those little nylon bags, I get everything bagged up, or as much as I can. So hopefully we'll get a lot more. But those apples, or the few we had, were really, really, really good. I was surprised. I don't like the soft apples, like Washington apples. They're okay. I'm not crazy about them. I prefer things like Granny Smith, crisper and kind of there's a little sour and sweet to them. And these are like those. They're really, really good. I don't know which of the 5 type of apple it was, but it was really good. Or if that was more than one of them. They didn't really label the branches. There's these ties that they had all over them saying which type of apple the tree produces, but I tend to think they didn't attach those to the branches that had those specific type of apple. So I'm not really sure what's what, but as long as there's 5 different types of apple on there, when I finally see all 5, I'll be happy. So there's that, and yeah, the 2 cherries, one we've had for a while. He makes these purpley ones that are really good. And then the other one is supposed to make ones that are as big as what you buy in the store. And again, this is up here in Edmonton, Alberta, and you don't... Those cherries that you get in the stores do not grow here. They grow down like California, BC, more mild climates. These are called sour cherries, but they're really good. So we'll see how that goes. Because yeah, the one, he's always had issues. The one that was there before him died. I don't know what the hell happened. He got sick. And I think he produced like a handful of cherries before he died. I think he was there for 3 or 4 years. So I cleaned out him and his roots and stuff. Planted this guy, same type of cherry. You know, I'm taking a risk there if there's something in the area that's making him sick. But this guy so far has been super healthy, grew really well. I just gotta keep the bugs away again. Hopefully I can get some cherries out of that. Haskaps, and we got the 2 types of crab apple. They're really small, but they're good. But again, both trees, there's a crimson spire and a purple spire. They're supposed to be columnar, mostly for just decoration and stuff. They make these really nice flowers in the spring. But they do make yummy apples. And I haven't been able to eat an apple out of that tree in 2 or 3 years now, because, and he is just, they're loaded with these things, with these bugs that burrow into them. Ugh. Every single apple. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I planted a bunch of those plants around there, and I've tried all kinds of stuff. Haven't had a lot of luck with the bugs. Gonna be like that. That's it. Let's go. Alright. And we used to make wine. I've got 1 bottle left. I don't know if it's raspberry or Haskaps we got in there. I think it's Haskap. They've won awards in France for wines made out of Haskap. But it's good. But yeah, there's a lot of sugar in wine. We're on kind of the keto kick the last couple of years, so we're down to the last bottle. Saving, I think I made it in 2020. I'm not 100% sure you can keep them for so long. They mellow out over time and get better tasting and whatnot. But at some point, you keep the wine long enough, it starts turning into vinegar. So then you get more like a balsamic vinaigrette type deal going on. And then we're pushing, like, we're 6 years now, so we might have to drink that one soon. Accidentally made champagne. Might have been in this one batch that we have now, I'm not sure. That was bouncing in there. That was good actually, that champagne was really good. The accidental champagne. Okay, with a bunch of scout carriers. Alright, I think we're down to stuff that doesn't have trucks attached already. So I need a truck out here that has, won't be him. I think he's got, yeah, let's just bounce him back to the garage. Oh, let's get rid of that too. What's he got? Nope. Probably need a low saddle, I think. Huh, alright. done. This guy definitely won't be picking up any trailers because he can't. Apache, he won't be because he's a scout. Yeah, here, Sprinter, he won't. He doesn't have the ability. This guy, nope, he doesn't have it hooked up right now, so plus he's a little too far away. And this guy, same reason, too far. Oh, and this guy doesn't have attachments for that anyway. Alright, so I'm going to go for this one first. Oh man, sideboard semi-trailer. I'm not sure if this is a 5. You know what, I can find out over here before I drive out all the way. Grab somebody down here. He'll do. Let's see, what do we got? He's just got saddle high. Alright, we'll grab that. Let's see what kind of trailers we can attach. If I can attach that one with a high saddle. Looks like a no. Nope. So he's got to be a low saddle. Alright. Alright, who can take a low saddle? What am I doing? Get out of there. Those are all scouts. Good. What the fuck? Or did he already have it on there? Alright. Let's just double click, or double click. Let's double click. Let's double check things here at the trailer store before we head out there. Yep, that's it right there. That's the one we need. Alright, good. He'll work. What is the quickest way there? Probably across here. Actually down that road there. God damn it. I hate when it does that. You click and it jerks the map just slightly while you're doing it. And I gotta remember to grab this guy too. And come back this way. He might need fuel by the time I get back here. No, because does he have a race suspension or anything? No. Okay. That noise was my system giving me a notification related to work. I'm not at work. I'm on vacation, so fuck off. There's stuff I do at different times. It's just a reminder that I need to do some stuff. which is somebody else's problem now. I actually reworked my vacation around on-call time in the hope that I would get some more. If you get a stat holiday or something, right, you get paid more when you're on call. I think it's normally we get, I think it's an hour. Okay, this was annoying. You get an hour pay every day that you're on call, an extra hour. And then weekends you get 2 hours of pay for being on call. That doesn't include being called out. Like if there's an issue and I actually have to do something, then that's overtime. So I get paid double time or whatever it is for that. I think it's double time. Doesn't happen very often, which is great because I really don't want to deal with that shit. Oh my god. But yeah, if you work a stat, like a holiday, you know, Christmas or something, you get paid normal time. You get paid for the whole day. It's like you went to work, even if you do nothing. So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, I worked my vacations around that this year, but I mean, quite frankly, my boss is. I was looking at it. He's taken a lot of those for himself, which is kind of annoying. And we're going to be adding 2 more guys to the rotation, so I'm thinking my chances of getting an on-call during a stat are just even less. So next year I'm just going back to what I normally do, which is I take 4 weeks in the summer and another. I get 6 weeks every year because I've been with the company for I don't know, it's like 25 years or something. It's about there. And that's the max vacation you can accumulate. Boy, this was that truck I was thinking about that has the frickin' exhaust that blinds you when you're right behind it. Like, it's just, ugh, terrible. So yeah, 4 there, and then I take 2 at Christmas. It's nice having a month off in the summer. Although splitting it up here is going to be, I'm doing 2 and 2 instead of 4. 2 this month and 2 next month. Which also gives some of the other guys some better chance, because I've got seniority over them, which means my vacation takes, I get first choice. There's another guy on the team he's in the same boat. We're maybe a month or so apart. We're basically got about the same years. So he's got the same seniority, but his duties are 100% different than mine. So our vacations, it doesn't matter if we're on vacation at the same time or what. And for everybody out there is going, you bastard, in your 6 weeks, and I put a lot of fucking time in to get that. I hate that fucking place. I hate working there, especially since COVID. I hate that place. I hope nobody's listening that works at work. I hate work. Yeah, I do not like it at all. Seems like if I go really fast traveling here, things get kind of a little laggy, a little jerky. It must be trouble loading up the textures quick enough with the settings all maxed out. I'm still happy with this AMD card. It's no longer the newest. My wife, I think, I bought her a 9750 or something with hers. So hers is a lot more powerful. I mean, her whole system is, but it's 5 or 6 years newer than mine, so. Got 64 gigs of RAM in here too, and the fastest stuff. Which is overkill. I don't think I use more than 8 or maybe 16 at the most, and that's saying something. Although I have used it. I built a program a while back to, because we were trying to do the internet TV thing. There's like thousands, and I mean thousands of channels out there. Of course, a lot of them aren't English, but if you can get that set up, that's like free TV. But setting it up isn't hard. It's the program guides. I mean, what good is it to have 8,000 channels if you have no idea what's playing on any of them, and you have to like scroll through them individually to see what's on? That's where we're at, right? That was stupid. So I built this program. It took me days. That goes through, grabs the electronic program guides from various websites for the different channels and stuff. I basically just narrowed it down to the English ones. And it puts them all together into one. And it doesn't sound like much, but it is. I mean, each channel has a ton of scheduling, right? And then, you know, there's 8,000 of those, and all the scheduling that goes with each, and I have to download them from all these different sites, and then stick them all together. And I was editing out certain things like all the non-English crap, because I don't care. I don't want to watch that. Don't care. And it would do it. Put everything together into one big guide that I could then stick into the system. But it would take hours to do it. So this processor, it's got 16 cores, 32 threads. I discovered that with Python I can change things so that it, because it was using just one core, right? Now I've got it using all 16, so when it runs it takes like, I don't know, it was like 15 minutes, half hour tops, something like that, where before it was like 6 hours-ish or so. So now it just zips on through there. And after all of that, it didn't matter, because things still don't line up with the channels properly. They make it really difficult to do this. There are apps you can buy, or I guess rent or whatever, because you do it through the sites and stuff, that is supposed to do this for you, but it doesn't do everything. And I don't know, I haven't tried them. I thought about trying it, but then it kind of bugged me, because I thought, well, if I could do it myself. But I kind of lost my mojo there when things still weren't 100%. And I'm not 100% sure what the deal is. I kind of think it's the information I'm getting, the electronic program guides you can pull from like GitHub and stuff may not be 100% accurate or up to date. So, because they're always getting, these companies are always going after them. Even though technically you can do it, if you can do it, it should be free and available, and you should be able to do it legally. They're still always making things difficult. So yeah, I don't know. So I kind of gave up on that for a while. We actually haven't been doing that. Oh, here we go. Alright, let's pull this little bastard over. Over here. Bouncy. God, that exhaust is annoying. Alright. We're gonna go down this road here, I believe. It's my... Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. sure we know we don't have to jump off any of these exits here. Actually, that's not going to matter. I was thinking I'd come down by the fuel station, but I'm towing fuel, so I don't really care. Yeah, over there. Excellent. All right. See this exhaust? Sometimes in some of these games there'll be an option in the graphics, right, for particles and whatnot, and I'll purposely keep that turned down so that I don't have to deal with shit like this, you know, where it's blocking up your view. In this case I did not. It's on full bore, so. Let's go wide here, it might be better. So far I say, that was better. And for a truck with no locking differential, he does pretty good. The timer maps was really, they had really cool northern lights on that one. This one doesn't have any of that, but that's another thing I'd like to see again, northern lights. Anytime it's been out this year, it's been overcast or you just can't see anything because the city lights mess everything up. You basically, if you want to see the sky, you got to get out of the cities, go out in the country a bit, a ways away from the cities so the city lights aren't messing things up, and yeah, then you really get a good show. For anyone who's never done it, like driven out of the cities on like a really clear night, highly recommend it. Just head out. It has to be clear, like it's a nice crystal clear night, no clouds or very few, and very dark. So winter's usually better. And yeah, head out of town, middle of the night, and yeah, the stars are just unbelievable. You just don't realize what you're missing until you see it. It's like, holy shit. But yeah, it's I hate to say it, but it's the last time I was out to see that was mid to late 90s. I can't even believe it. Time just goes by like fuck. Speaking of which, yeah, after I clean up this map, I should probably get out and work on those fucking brakes so I can get that done. It is noon now. I still have to eat. Haven't eaten anything yet today. I'm trying to do there's a fasting thing too, which is supposed to help. And the idea behind that is, I mean, throughout our history, right, food wasn't readily available. You always had to go hunting or foraging or whatever the hell for the vast majority of our existence on the planet, right? So we're built for it. And part of that is we have like, you'll get stray proteins and stuff floating around, and they can cause all kinds of problems. And if you always have food available, your body doesn't do anything with those proteins. It just lets them, you know, accumulate, do whatever they're doing, floating around in there. But if you're fasting / starving a bit, your body will, you know, if it doesn't have anything in the stomach area or the intestines, it'll start processing those stray proteins, basically cleaning up your system. And this is how we've been built, right? This is how it always worked. But because now we always have access to food and we're snacking all the time and whatever, your body just never has a need to do any of this cleanup. So yeah, the fasting is supposed to deal with that. You don't have to kill yourself. Some people, you know, go like 3 days without eating. I don't know, I guess every once in a blue moon, like once a year or something, you want to do that. I suppose that'd be okay, but I don't think that'd be something you want to do a lot of. And it's not that hard. You kind of, you get hungry, right? You know, because your body's used to eating at certain times or whatever, and you just get the munchies. You get the super craving for whatever food. But yeah, like the games are really good. If you can distract yourself and just get through it, you push through it. I don't know how long it takes. It's not terribly long. I'm talking like, I don't know, half hour maybe or something of that. And then it just kind of dissipates. I'm talking about it now because I'm actually getting real hungry. Lunchtime, right? But I haven't eaten yet today either, so I'm not killing myself with the fasting right now. So yeah, you push through it, and then it just goes away. The craving disappears until a couple hours later. You'll feel it again. But so it's not the hardest thing to do. It takes a little bit of willpower to get through the craving bit, and then you're good. And again, it's easier if you can distract yourself with whatever. Doing some work around the house, or fuck it, we're going across the ferry. I don't feel like driving this thing over there. Still attached? Yeah, good. And if you're wondering what kind of problems stray proteins can cause, think Alzheimer's, mad cow disease is actually related to proteins that cause issues. Oops, wrong button. I was like, why isn't it going away? Where are we here? Okay, so sideboard. He's way up there. Oh, good. I can take him right here. Scout and scout. This one's, yeah, empty. Well, I could try a scout. I'll take him over here, grab this thing, and bring it back. I don't know if that's a good idea. The scouts are a pain in the ass. We're driving around. How many of these Hummers do I have? I just used one. He should be at the top of the list here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's a Hummer. You find these. And then there's at least these two. Why does this one cost more? I must have extra add-ons or something. I don't know if I want to take a Hummer again, but yeah. This guy's tempting. Let's take him. Let me make sure I've still got, yeah. Service cab, no. What are his lights like? That's different. I think this guy was fast too. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe this wasn't the one I was thinking about that was fast. Oh, he's got all-time all-wheel drive and differential lock. That's not bad. No, he's not super good in the mud. It's not terrible, but kind of your typical scout. Should have took the ferry. Attach that little tree? No fucking way. How is that not breaking? Oh, he's got a decently long winch. I like that. I can see the water pushing me to the side a bit. That's the one I was trying to connect to. That's better. All right, let's go. Alright, how do we get over here? Go this way. It's over here, right? Yeah, right there. And we'll come... Yeah, I think we'll come back this way. Alright, let's go. Turns a little faster than I'm used to. Gotta watch out for that. Alright, we're not doing too bad. Oh yeah. Oops. Let's come on, dude, you can get through this. There we go. It's not doing too bad. We're making pretty good time. I can safely say the one thing I'm not liking about the Scouts is how it's bouncing the camera all over the fucking place. You get a bump and the back end flings around and then your camera kind of goes along with it and it's like, ugh. So a fair amount of this is going to be downhill, so hopefully it'll be a little easier even though we're towing something. Oh, this truck does look like it could be fun in real life. Actually a fairly stable vehicle. Hasn't been too prone to wanting to bounce over. And we've been bouncing over some good stuff here, rocks and whatnot. And all things considered, he's been making good time, so... Yo. Okay, do we have any left? Oh, two left. And they're both over here. Wait. No, that one's over here. Shit. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so just a standard vehicle. Doesn't need any fancy hitches or anything. What do we got? Oh, you. No, that's not gonna work. Okay. I could take the Colab. Why not? Does he have any extra? Nope. He's got dick for options. High saddle. That's it. All right. Where is it? Way up there. Okay, let's go up this way. See why we can't take the railway through underneath to here. That'd be kind of cool. I'll drop that off. So this guy's a bit of easy mode. He has a bigger brother who does way better than him, but he's not bad. And I think these ones you have to buy with in-game money. You don't find them in the environment anywhere. But yeah, he's another one of these guys with a giant nose that sticks out and hits everything. Oh, that reminds me, does he have? He does. Let's get him up higher. He doesn't have any repair supplies or fuel, so running him into stuff is not a good idea. This horn actually does sound kind of like a train. Oh, when I was a kid, my dad was a cop. We lived in the country on a farm, but yeah, he was a cop in the city here. And he had a friend who was a lawyer. And they showed up at our house one day on this big white Cadillac. And the first that we knew that they were out there, you could hear this train horn. He installed an actual train, like it was a train horn in this thing, and it was loud and it was exactly like a train. And it was so weird. You know, as a kid, that was pretty cool. I mean, it was kind of cool even now. It would freak people out if you're driving along and they're like, "Where's the fucking train? I hear a train honking at me." Like, fun times. Probably couldn't get away with that now. It'd be like, oh, I'm breaking some bylaw or something. Who knows? But, yeah. There was once, so one of our I guess you could call him a neighbor. Yeah, see there? Nose. Nose hits things. Shit. Let's turn on the differential. That'll probably help. Or not. Fucking nose. Jesus. We had this one guy. We were holding some of his horses on our property. He was a horse guy. He's got tons of horses. And so he was visiting one day, and we have our house is up on a hill, and then there's a little hill on the hill that the house is on, and you have to park up on this little rise, right? So he had a big flat deck trailer behind his truck, and he parked, and the truck part was up on this top of this little rise, but the trailer's kind of hanging down the back of it. So me and my brother, we're out there, we're playing around, they're in the house and whatever. We're jumping around on this thing, and it starts to move. Like the brake must have came loose or something. Because I remember I immediately got down behind, well, kind of on the side, but, so I could get out of the way if I had to. But I was like holding that thing. I was holding this truck up. I don't know how old I was, 8, 10 maybe, who knows. I mean, we were strong little kids because we did a lot of work around the farm, like a lot. But I'm holding this thing, and I remember my feet were pushing through the gravel, and I was like holding it, and my brother was like, should I help or whatever, like, because he's 2 years younger. And I was like, no, get inside, fucking, as I could just barely get it out because I'm doing everything I can to hold this fucking thing. I was like, get in and tell them. I don't remember what happened after that, but I mean, the truck didn't roll down the hill because we have, there was a diesel, the 365 gallon tanks, there was 2 of them just off to the side. One has gasoline, the other diesel. And then, just down the way, it flattens out a little bit, and then you're into the bigger hill that goes further down into the field and the slough. And so if it started going, it was going to be going for, it wouldn't be good. That sucker would be rolling and whatever down there, probably going backwards with a trailer, and I'm sure there'd be a lot of damage to the vehicle if nothing else. But yeah, I managed to hold it. I don't know how, but I did it. Yeah, I was just barely holding that thing. I slowed it enough that I kind of had it stop, but it was just barely still moving backwards. I remember my feet in the gravel. They were just sort of pushing, and it was like everything I could do to push on that thing and hold it. His truck was, I remember he had a red truck, a half-ton or something, maybe it was a 3/4, I don't know, but he had, it was red, and there was like marks in the red paint everywhere. And I remember asking him about that, and he said it's because the horses like to eat the paint. They like the taste of it or something, so they were always like gnawing on the side of his truck. And then I remember him showing me he had this big scar on his shoulder from one of the horses bit him, because apparently they'll bite too, and bite people. I don't know why, but whatever. Yeah, animals biting people. Turkeys, dumbest fucking animals on the planet. And I mean, we had chickens, peacocks, various times. We had a bit of everything. Pigs, cows, the horses that one time that weren't ours, his, but dogs, cats, fish, you know what I mean? Turkeys, dumbest, by far the dumbest animals ever. At least the ones we had. We had the big growers, they're called. Those things got big, like really big. I'm over 6 feet tall, and these things were, I mean, they were above my knees, up around my hip, maybe. Like, we're talking massive birds. We had to, for instance, cut one in half to get it in the oven. They were that big. They were massive birds. And the dumbest fucking things ever. I used to go down, I had to take, well, every morning I'd take down 2 big 5-gallon pails of water for the chickens and the turkeys, and I'd carry that. So, I got decently, that keeps you in shape every morning. It's a 5-gallon pail of water is heavy. And it was a bit of a walk from the house down to there, so take those down every morning and feed them and stuff. And those fucking turkeys, they'd always come out and they'd gather around me and start picking at my fucking legs. I wear blue jeans, but still. Because they just associate me with food, right? The fuckers would start biting and picking, and it was like, just, punch those fuckers. Stupid animals. Chickens never did that. Just the turkeys. Peacocks never did that. Of course, the peacocks were scared of everything, except me for some reason. Maybe because I was the one they saw the most of. But I could get in there with them and they didn't care. But other people, I mean, if we had somebody come visit, you know, it's like 200 yards over to where the peacock pen was, and they'd be running up and down the other side of the fence, freaking out because a stranger was there. That's all it took. I'm thinking I could bring a scout over here. I don't want to bring a scout over there. It's going to take fucking forever. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go get this thing with this, drag it over here, and then I'm going to have to get a scout. No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to go grab it, and then I'm going to bring it back to the garage area. That'll be better. That'll be much faster. I'm debating whether I want to go along here, because there's where these little dips are here. It's quite a ways up and down between the water and the pavement. And with his nose that sticks out, I'm probably gonna have a hell of a time getting him over these. So maybe I'll come down this way. It's a fairly easy drive. It's just a little longer. I'll grab him. And then we will come back this way. Do I want to go down there? I think we'll go this way. I'll come down the windy bit here. Then we'll come back the way we just were, down this way. And we'll drop it off there. Alright, I gotta turn around here, don't I? Wait, this is the trailer store. Let's refuel and repair. Oops. Alright. Now we can turn around and go. Get some shit. These mud tires are just terrible on pavement. Might as well be on ice. You can see that back tire spinning away. See, there's like a ridge there. I don't know. His nose is going to get hung up on a lot of stuff, and that's one of the easier ridges. So we're going to go this way. French. Oh, okay, there we go. I wonder if I can take a shortcut. God, turn. Alright, full speed ahead. Let's go, let's go. Somebody had a bad day. I almost had that once with my VW Golf there. A few years back we had a big ass fucking storm came through town and it dumped a ton of hail. It looked like snow. There was so much of it. Let's try and get over this. I think he should be able to climb it. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say there's going to be some engine damage, but we made it. That should be it for the weird narrow shit. Yeah, so there was a ton of hail. It plugged up a bunch of manhole covers and whatnot everywhere, and caused flooding all over the city. I remember I got through most of it. I was driving home after work. We were living in a condo then. And I get into the condo parking lot area, and I guess, I mean, you don't really notice it was lower. It was a low area in there, and I didn't realize it, and it was, I figured, you know, maybe there's like a foot of water. It was pushing up over the front of my car, and I was like, oh no. Because if the air intake's at the front, for the turbo and stuff, and if it sucks air into that and pulls it in the engine, that's with a diesel, that's can wreck your engine. There's no room in there for that. The pistons come right up to the top. It's called an interference engine because it runs on compression where gasoline don't. You need the spark to get the explosion in gasoline. Diesels compress the fuel, and that causes it to explode and push the piston down. But yeah, if you get water in there, it hydrolocks it, and you basically just, it'll fuck your engine big time. That's like the engine's gone. And so this was going on, and I was like, oh no, please don't. And but VW, good thinking dudes. If it has trouble pulling in air through the front, there's a separate area inside the engine bay there where it'll pull air in. So that's what it did. And I didn't pull any water into the engine, thank God. Worst case, it might have gotten into the air box a little bit with the filter. There's a gigantic filter box in those things. I think it has a drain in the bottom of it too. Yeah, now that I remember. That's weird. I think. That doesn't make sense that there can't be. Because then it would pull air in through that. On the other side of the filter. I don't know, but there was something there. Anyway, it didn't blow on me, nothing happened. Although I do remember one of my neighbors, I think his name was AJ, Middle Eastern looking dude. He wasn't too happy. He was standing, he had his garage door open, and the water was flooding into his place, and he was standing there looking at me as I'm driving by. And I mean, I'm pushing this big wake, right? Because I'm not going to stop in the middle of this. I didn't expect this to be here, and my place is like right there. I just got to get up the driveway, and I'm safe. We didn't get flooded. No, that's not good. I don't want to pull it from behind. Although, I could. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, he's standing there with his hands on his hips watching me. I think he was pissed because I pushed a big wave into his garage. These are attached garages, right? So it's kind of like your basement and garage are on the same level. And then there was 2 stories above that with our townhouses. So. But yeah, I mean, my stopping wouldn't have helped him, and it definitely wouldn't have helped me. I would have water coming into my car doors and stuff at that point, and I didn't want that, so I got through that little bit, and that was good. Nothing bad happened. But there were areas. There's a freeway in town that a couple of underpasses got totally flooded, and people drove into that. And we're talking like over your roof level water. And so there were a couple of cars got swamped, and people had to swim to get out of there. There's pictures of them. I've got pictures somewhere of them. People standing around on the sides. A bunch of cars underwater. Yeah. See if I can get a little speed out of this thing. Alright, this is full speed for him. I might have to dumb some setting down. It's just this, when things are going faster, I'm turning the camera quick. It's a little too I don't know. I'm not liking it. And if I can see it, you definitely can see it. So. You know what, let's play with that right now. Although, am I going to have to restart the... I don't want to restart, but... oh, I have this off. Oh, that's interesting. Let's turn this off. By the way, TAA doesn't work well within AMD cards, at least on Linux. It causes weird stuff. It works, but it... Yes. It can cause weird... That doesn't look too much worse. There's a little bit of flickering now around some of the edges, but that's fine. Let's see how it looks, just to see if that was the issue. It might have been. Things seem a little less... Come on, you can do it. Tire spins. Now we're going into the twisty bits. This guy doesn't turn that sharp, so it might be a couple of back and forths to get around some of these corners, but we'll see. That corner was nice and wide. This one's going to be a little tighter. Huh. That's the other thing. I had another vehicle through here and I had to work at it to get around that one corner. Oh, except I think I was pulling a really large trailer though. I had to go out really wide. I think that was the issue. I should be careful here. These tires don't have a lot of grip on stone and I could end up sliding somewhere. That'll cause me a lot of grief. Okay, we're good. Oh shit. Well, that stump didn't do anything, thank God. Stumps can be such a huge pain in the ass. Maybe I was just tall enough to get over it. Almost there. Oh, I think I'm going to do a nose plant here. Oh, maybe not. I know somewhere up here there's a big ass fucking stump right in the middle of the fucking road. I think it's up with these rocks across the way. Not seeing it yet. I'm sure it was somewhere in here. Huh. Maybe not. That's weird. Maybe it was back at the beginning there. This guy could stand to be a little bit faster. Oh, stump is in here. That's where it is. You can see it up there. If you're not paying attention, like at night or something, and you go over that, it's not good. Kind of an odd spot for a tree. Jesus Christ. Tempted to shift her into a higher gear, but I don't think I'm going to go any faster anyway. This guy could use a bigger engine. Alright. It always feels like we're just about there, but I think I just have to get around this corner up here past the blue marker. Up over the hill. Yeah, that's where it is. It's just on the other side of the hill there. Somewhat good to go here. of fuel. We're almost out. I'd say I could fuel up from that thing, but I can't. It's empty. But we're just about there. That's it. It's straight ahead. Almost there. Put him away. Now I need a scout. And I'm in here again, stupid. He can't take... Now let's just do one of the fucking hours. And then click the wrong button. Oh. It's an objective trailer, great. So I can't sell this one after all of that. I bring it here and I can't fucking sell it. It was used for its objective already. It's because it's part of a mission thing. I can't sell it. That's lame. I wish there was a thing that told you when a trailer is part of an objective or not. Okay, I think I'm done for now. I'm gonna go eat, and then I gotta rip my car apart. Yay. It's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of skin knuckles. But it's gotta be done, and then if I do it, I know it was done right, so... highly recommend everybody be able to do that, but, you know, things are what they are. Alright. I'll probably be on later. Don't know when, but it'll be later. Okay, see you guys then.